Hey guys, it's been a really long time since I made a video. I just wanted to make one quick as a little update of what's going on. I hope I don't make this video longer than 10 minutes. Usually I try to make them around 8 minutes, but I don't know, we'll see. So let's get right to it. Obviously the engine's out of the Mercury. I've been working on it, chipping away at it, trying to go slow, make sure I get everything documented, make sure I get everything done right, and don't screw anything up, because unlike a transmission, you can put an engine together completely wrong and it'll go together just like you'd think it would, but then you put it in the car and it won't run worth a damn because you didn't put it together right. In transmissions, unless you just leave a bunch of shit out like an idiot, as long as you put all the stuff that came out of it back into it, it'll only go back in one way. Because if it doesn't go in the right way, then your oil pump's not going to fit on, because all the clutches are going to be all upset in there and it's not going to work right. But you can watch my transmission videos if you want to know more about that. Anyway, that's why I've been taking so long with the engine. I thought about doing some engine videos, but honestly I don't really know enough of what I'm doing to be confident that I could actually help other people. I don't want to mislead anybody and have their engine blow up on them or something because of something that I said. I don't want to have to deal with the liability of that. But I mean, so far what I've done is obviously taken the oil pan off, the heads, the intake. I just got the timing chain cover off, and I'll show you that in a second. I took the oil pump out, I took the flywheel off, I took the harmonic balancer and crankshaft pulley off. All the lifters are still in there, but all the rods are out of it, obviously. What else did I do here? I did pretty much everything is out of it except for the crank, the cam, and the pistons, which are all the most important thing of it that you really want to be paying attention when you do. So I'm not going to. It's going to take me probably a whole weekend to make sure I do it right, because I really don't want to have to do this more than once. But anyway, I'll get back to that in a second. I'll show you all the stuff I got off of it here. So here are all my rocker arms and push rods, labeled with the side they came off of and the cylinder, or the I guess not legitimate cylinder number, but I numbered them 1 through 4 up and down on both sides so that I labeled it just in case it matters. I don't think it does, but just in case. There's the intake manifold. There's the bolts for it. Here's the heads. I'm going to take these somewhere to get them machined. I don't think I have to, because it was never overheated and they don't look warped, but it wouldn't hurt to get them checked. So these are getting taken in. Obviously I'm going to get them cleaned too. I'm going to clean that. We're going to use a parts washer I got at work. Here's all of the other shit that came out of it: distributor, power steering, exhaust manifolds. One of those is cracked, and I actually broke off one of those manifold bolts right there in the head, which is going to be a bitch to get out, but I'm hoping maybe the machine shop will do it for me, and I'll just have to give them an extra few bucks to cover it. But motor mounts, obviously, all the pulleys, all the, that shit I'm going to paint. The valve covers and the oil pan, I'm going to paint that Ford blue, get it all sandblasted nice, look brand new. Obviously all these hoses, I'm going to get new ones and replace all those. There's a fuel pump. Basically all the extra accessory bullshit is right here. There's a heat shield for the heat riser assembly. There's my timing cover and the harmonic balancer timing scale. And then over here I've got all the stuff that sat on top of the engine. There's the lifter valley gasket. Obviously I'm going to get a new one that's all bent up and fucked up, but I wanted to keep it just in case. Starter, alternator, I'm going to take those in, get them rebuilt. Fan, clutch, all that shit on the bottom. And then the carburetor, which I've got all back together, looks pretty good from what it looked like when I took it off the car. So I'm excited to see how that will work. The carb kit did not come with a new base plate gasket though, so I'm either going to reuse this or most likely try and go on to Ford dealer or something and see if I can get that, because I don't want some cheap knockoff piece of shit that AutoZone has. I want the good stuff. it won't leak. But yeah, other than that stuff, that's what I've got going on with the Mercury. The Oldsmobile is getting fixed. I'm getting that tranny leak fixed, and I'm getting that the flooding issue that it was having is getting fixed. Turns out my choke was way out of bounds. The high idle screw had backed itself all the way out, so I wasn't getting any high idle. And then the choke thermostat was turned all the way to rich somehow. I didn't do it. I didn't touch it at all. It must have got fucked up somehow, but I didn't do it. So that's getting fixed. And then my battery, my free battery that I got from Advanced Auto Parts, went bad. So I had to get a new battery and put it in just a few hours ago. So that car's actually not here right now. It's at work, but it will be here eventually. I've got to fix my speedometer cable is leaking transmission fluid as well, and instead of paying someone to do that, I'm just going to do it myself because it takes 2 seconds. I just need to be able to get it in here, and obviously there's a bunch of shit in here right now, so I can't do it. But I will be doing that. As for the other vehicles, nothing really has changed. The Maverick's still sitting out there rotting, and the Lincoln doesn't have anything else, that I've really done. I fixed the door lock, so all the doors work now, but other than that, I haven't touched it at all. So before I let you go here, I'm going to show you something. Here's the timing chain. Look at how loose. Look how loose that is. You think this engine needs a rebuild? That is terrible. That could so easily skip. Look at this. This could skip so easily. That's not even tight. Look at that. Oh, awful. That's horrible. Yikes. So, I will be replacing the timing chain. This is awful, man. Oh my God. Look at how bad that is. I mean, I just got it off, so I haven't looked at this at all since I started recording this, but I mean, if the cam didn't go out like it did, this was gonna go pretty soon, sooner rather than later. So I guess I'm glad I'm doing this in some ways. But yeah, like I said, next thing I'm gonna do is flip it upside down and start taking the caps and rod bearings out, and crank bearings, crank hole down, label and everything. I'm gonna have to etch in the cylinder numbers on them. Then I'll pull the pistons, and then I'll deal with this bullshit, and then I'll pull the cam, and we'll see what happened, what went wrong. And now, what I've been told by several mechanics now at this point is that the cam went flat on one or more lobes, and started screwing up the way that the what am I trying to say here? The rod bearings. So the rod bearings started getting worn out weird, and the oil pressure was dropping because it was oil was going where it wasn't supposed to. I'm not adept at all in this, so take what I say with a little bit of grain of salt, but the general gist of it is that something got screwed up with the rod bearings, and oil was going where it wasn't supposed to, and that's why I was losing oil pressure. So that is the working theory that I've got, but it's all going to fall apart if I pull this cam and there's nothing wrong with it. So hopefully there is something wrong with it, and that's the problem, and then I replace it and rebuild it and it's fine. Because if the cam is fine when I pull it out, then that means that something else went wrong, and I have to find it before I put this back together so I can make sure that I fix it before it goes back together. Other than that, I mean, these cylinder walls are nice and smooth. The pistons are good. They're not all screwed up or anything, scratched up, scuffed up. Everything looks phenomenal. I don't see any blinking neon signs that say this is a problem other than that. So yeah, I can see my timer on my video is getting a little long here, so I will end it here, but expect another update video probably when I get all of this torn down to the bare block, and then I'll post another video. So until next time, hope you enjoyed, and I hope my videos are still helping people out there.